We're back.
Yes, yes, we are. Yes, we are. And we are talking about the film Memento. First off, what was your first reaction watching this film? I know you watched it beforehand, but tell me a little bit
The
about
first time I watched it, I think I watched it during COVID. I just watched like a bunch of I was at my family's house, so they have like a whole like wall of DVDs, so I just watched a bunch of stuff.
it.
Yo, so confusing. So confusing. But I mean, I guess it's the way it's supposed to be. But I remember first watching it so confused, and then I didn't even notice I forgot the ending until I rewatched it, and then I was like, "Oh, I forgot this happened." Or like not that I forgot, but like I forgot the ending altogether. Like it was so confusing.
I I definitely
What
agree
did
with that.
you think about it?
Man, okay, so
And I genuinely want to know because that's the one that I recommended
yes.
us to watch.
Yes, you did. You did recommend that to watch. So I'm I'm watching a film, the first 10 seconds, I said, "Oh, that person just died. So let's see what happens next." And it went from color to just black and white. I
Mm,
was so confused the entire time. I'm over here trying to figure out what exactly is happening per scene. How does this scene correlates to the last scene I just saw? And it was played in reverse. Like the entire film was played in
yeah,
reverse. It wasn't like how normal films are where they build you up to what's happening to the end.
yeah, yeah.
It was from the end, and it's the beginning was
Genius,
ended.
genius.
Yes, yes. So I definitely was lost, but completely like into the film because my brain
Mm-hmm.
was running, like the gears
Totally. Because
were
it's like a
open.
puzzle. You're
Yes,
trying to figure it out too. You're trying to figure it out with him, like what's going on.
yes. And I'm like,
You're
oh, this
the
is good.
I love that like the viewer is just as disoriented and confused as he is like every single day of his life. Or like not just every single day, like how what every couple minutes or
Uh,
something,
I want to say a couple minutes because he do forget real fast. If he
Yeah.
doesn't write it down, he
He's like,
forgets.
I don't even remember the beginning of this conversation.
Right. Like the what was the scene? The scene of the the motel worker stating how you're
Mm,
not gonna remember any of this, and I'm gonna charge you for 2 rooms. And I was like, that's wild. That's
that's
absurd.
that's messed up.
Yes. Let me ask you another question. How would you actually explain this to someone about the film? Like, what would you tell them without spoiling anything?
I'd say this is a man on a mission. A man on a mission, but the gag is that he doesn't remember anything. So he's trying to just figure things out.
Okay. That's better than how I would explain it. I don't even
That's
know
not
how
as
I
good
would
as the other way I described the other movie, but whatever.
explain it.
It's
Because,
just as confusing as the movie itself.
yes, honestly, I would have said something on the guidelines of uh, a man that lost his memories and doesn't really know who he could trust around him.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, that's good.
I feel like that's just good enough to like reel someone in to watch it without explaining
Mm-hmm.
any of the like the idea of about the film.
Yeah,
Because I
I
think
agree.
the most important part of the film is his memory, like the fact that he can't
Yeah, I
remember.
mean that's the biggest challenge. Because there's a thing that they say when you're writing a story or something, it's just boring when it's just like from A to B, and you need to from A to B on this journey, you need to come up with so many obstacles in the way. Not everything is super easy because if it's super easy, the story is boring.
Right. Everybody's
You
not
need
like
to add
really
some
into it.
stakes to it.
Yes. Let me ask you, how did you actually feel about the film being in reverse? Like, did you really enjoy it?
I love it. As much as it's confusing, I just love like originality. Like I'm just I remember like when I finished watching that movie, I'm like, dude, like how does your brain even work? Like how does your like you got big brain power to come up with a story like this? It's so confusing and twists and turns and I it's so out of the box. I love it. I love that it is like that, you know? What do you think about that?
Man, everything about this film I really liked. It was so like planned. It was planned to the T where I couldn't even realize what was
Mm-hmm.
going on without actually like like rewatching certain scenes. Like
Yeah.
the amount of times I had to like not fast forward but like rewind the
Mm-hmm.
movie just to make sure I'm understanding what I just saw. It was like it was brilliant. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm I'm gonna have to watch it again because I
Yeah,
feel like I
right?
missed something.
Mm,
Even though I sat down for 2 hours and like 30 minutes. Cause that's how many times I would rewind it. The movie
yeah.
is 2 hours.
The
Um,
movie is 2 hours.
so I definitely
I
enjoyed it.
just, for me, like a story like that, I find it really inspiring and like inspiring and I want to like almost challenge myself. I'm not like a writer. Not that I would like to dabble in writing, you know, but it's like it's inspiring in the sense of like I don't have to tell a story in a traditional way. You know, when you're telling a story, you have full control of how you want to tell that story.
Right.
And I just think that Memento is such a good example of like you could do whatever the heck you want to do. You could tell a story in whichever way you want to do. There's no limits.
That is that. I agree with you with that. I'm not a good story writer. Definitely not on that level. Nowhere near that
Yeah.
level.
Yeah, that's a whole different level.
The way that he used like color and then black and white throughout the entire film, it really gave me like a sense of like, oh, we still have people that love older style films
Mm-hmm.
because I can't tell you the last film that I watched that was in black and white. Other than Spider-Man Noir. But that's
I haven't seen that yet. I
oh,
have to look in. I forgot that it's even out.
yes.
But you know, I don't think it's necessarily that he was trying to do it in like an old style way. I think it was more of like a creative decision so that the audience can differentiate the timeline between the
The
clips.
clips. I mean, I
Yeah,
can
because you know
definitely
how like the parts in color are like the stories told in reverse, while all the black and white I think is like together. Like that's like one story told in like a chronological way.
mm,
Because had it not been like that, I mean, I'm sure like a creative man like that can just come up a different way to differentiate, but that was definitely obvious. Like it's like the story itself is already confusing, you know, like let me help the people out, make
a
it a little
little bit.
more this, let me make this obvious.
Okay, okay. Now, I'll ask you this question. Between all the characters in this film, who were you sided with? Like, who did you trust throughout the film?
You know, you start off being on the main character side, obviously. You know, as a man with a disability, we want to help him win. We want to see him win. So automatically, automatically, I'm thinking this Italian guy, I forgot his name, the guy with the glasses, with
Yeah,
John, the
John.
guy they thought was
John
John
G.
G. You know, automatically he's off in my book. Love that actor, but every single role he plays, he's like a villain in every single role. I don't know if you've ever seen The Sopranos, but I ain't forget what you did in the first Sopranos.
Yes. Yes. He has always been the bad guy in the films, yes.
hmm I haven't forgotten what you did. So I never trust him in anything that he does. And then I was trusting the girl, and then I saw the game that the girl was playing. So then I
Yeah.
was like, you can't trust a single mother in here.
Yes. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first watched the film, I'm like, okay, yes, I'm with the main character. He's doing his
Right.
thing. He got notes, he got the photos, he got everything. And then when I
He's got a
seen the
system.
yes, uh, then I saw the waitress, the bartender, if you want to say.
hmm
I saw her and I'm like, okay, she's helping my boy out. Like
hmm
he got an ally. And she kept saying like she gave subtle hints, but I never noticed.
Right.
I didn't notice until she had everybody spit into the beer bottle, the mug,
hmm
and gave it to him, and he
Yeah.
drunk it. I said,
Yeah.
she gotta go. At that point, I went to the cop side. Like, okay, I can't trust the girl no more. I'm on the side with the cop. Oh man, boy, was I wrong.
Never side with a cop. I don't care.
Because the reason why the cop kept telling the main character, like, hey, don't trust that girl. That bartender is bad news. And once we found out that she was bad news, I said, okay, I'm siding with the cop. I'm the main character with the cop. And then next thing you know, at the end of the movie, I said I ain't can't trust nobody. Nobody.
Can't trust nobody.
Nobody at all. And it was the way that the film was made in that order that made me go from trusting one character to trusting the other character to trusting no one. And it's just like,
No one. And at the end, you're like, yo, fuck.
exactly, exactly. And
Like, it's like, actually, all of you guys suck.
right. And what really made me question everything was when I realized to myself, which I should have saw this earlier, but when I realized towards the end, I'm like, wait, he is wearing a suit and he drives a nice car. How is he affording this lifestyle?
Right.
And I should have picked that up at the beginning,
I
but I
think
did
that's like
not.
one of the first questions I asked myself, like from the beginning, like, because I think those are I'm a girl, you know. I'm gonna see. I'm detail oriented. I'm like, where'd this suit come from? Why you have a nice car?
Right.
That doesn't make any sense. But you just you keep going with the story. But I feel you.
Yes, and that oh man, that hurt me a lot. Matter of fact, that was his name. So the cop, his name was Teddy, but it was a nickname so that the main character don't go, looking for him to kill because his name is John G. And
Yeah.
Teddy, at the beginning, I'm like, yeah, this Teddy guy is bad news. He's the undercover cop. He's he's just something's not right. But come to find out that Teddy was the whole reason this is happening.
Yeah.
Literally, he he helped the main character, um, kill the first John G. And then when he realized that that's not going to help him at all, he's still going to have that same issue. He used that to his advantage
Mm-hmm.
to like, drug dealers getting money, like the whole 9 yards pretty much. How do you feel about people misusing other people because of a disability that they have?
Like taking advantage of, I hate it. It's terrible. It's horrible. But it's also at the same time, like, I think by the end of the movie, you're kind of like, I felt like I just sat there kind of conflicted because, you're not left with a good feeling at all because you're kind of like, you realize that this is a cycle happening. And you obviously don't know whether or not the cycle is going to continue. You don't know how many times it's going to keep doing this until I don't know, the day you never know. So like it's not a good feeling knowing that like one, he's getting taken advantage of by other people, but he's also manipulating himself. So it's kind of like, damn, at that point you're manipulating yourself. So that's your business.
Right. He's doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah. He's doing it, I think, because he needs to. He needs like a some kind of motivation in life or a purpose. So yeah, I mean, I obviously I don't agree with people taking advantage of people with disabilities, but with him, like it's just kind of like, dang, like that's your business. I guess you want to continue in this murder spree or whatever. I guess I guess you consented to that.
Yes. So let me ask you this. Do you believe that the main character is a victim at this point or a villain? Because honestly, my opinion, I think he's doing it for the love of the game.
I think he's both. I think two things can exist at the same time. 'Cause he's a victim of whoever, takes advantage of him. He's a victim of the motel worker, of Teddy, of the girl, like all these people using him. But he's also a villain because he's doing it to himself at the same time.
True.
True.
Definitely true.
He's
Now,
at that point, he's like, I don't care if I just solve this mystery or if I like remembered or this and that. Like it's all like what I said, like he needs some kind of purpose. He can't hold a job. He can't do much. It's the only thing he can do, I guess. So damn.
so my question is this, right? Um, we see that his memory is very bad, right? Do you feel like he is alternating his own memory to continue this game?
Maybe. Probably. I think probably because I mean, I Loki, I think that's a little bit of a complicated question because if I'm thinking about it, I'm like, Loki, all of our opinions and the way that we look back on our memories are not reliable because we don't remember every single detail. It's like subjective to our own reality. So I don't know.
Mm.
You
Because
get what I'm saying?
I do get what you're saying. I think the only issue is, right, is oh, I just lost my train of thought.
Not you too. No.
I'll cut that out. I'll cut that out. I'll cut that out.
The
So
real life memento right now.
exactly. Just losing memory left and right. The past 30 seconds, I don't forgot what happened. Um, so with this movie being out, correct, right? Do you think
Mm.
it's a fresh feeling every time you watch it because you're seeing something new that you didn't spot the last time, or do you feel like it's kind of like, oh, I'm watching one time and I'm fine. I don't need to watch it again.
I do think that little bit of the spark is a little gone from rewatching it because I'm already like, oh, I already know. Not that I remember every single twist and turn, but I already went through this like roller coaster. Like I already know it's confusing.
Hmm.
So I think the spark of like when you first figure it out and stuff, like that's gone. But it's still a great movie. It's still a great movie that made like I and it's confusing that if you do watch it more than once, like I think you get more and more of a better of an understanding of it too.
Okay. So you think it's a
Like,
great
what do you
movie?
think? Do you think you would watch it again?
Oh, definitely. I definitely will watch it because I feel like there's stuff that I missed
Mm,
and like I need to rewatch it just to like look at it from a different point of view now that I know what I know from the film.
yeah, right?
So
So
let
you
me
see like the plays even better. Like you see like the manipulation even better.
Yes,
because you're not this time you're not being bamboozled. Like you're like
I'm actually in
also
it.
seeing also seeing like the acting too. Because I mean I don't know how it was set up, but like I imagine them filming these scenes and it's like you when you're like in character, what is your motivation? And so do you play it like are you playing this scene like with keeping in mind that you are playing him, or are you playing this scene in a way that you're not taking advantage of him? Like do you remember have you ever seen American Psycho?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Do you remember the scene with what's his face? The cop. What is his William Dafoe?
Doing
There's like a scene where like a an investigator like or something is like talking to him in his office, and every single cut that he's talking to him, it's really confusing because sometimes it's like, oh, he's on to him, but maybe he's not, maybe he is, and it's because for all those different takes, the director had told the actor to have a different kind of motivation behind every take, and then they just mixed all the takes together. So that's what I mean that I wonder if in those takes that they were doing in those movies, did the actors know what kind of motivation did the actors have like in character?
in character. Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the if
But
I
that was
ever
kind of
meet
all
the
over the
characters.
place.
No, no, it's all good. It's all good. If I ever get to meet one of the characters in person, I definitely will
We
have to
got
ask
beef.
them. No, I got beef with the girl. The girl,
Yeah,
she really,
she's a little bit of a rock.
I got bad blood with her. Um,
Mm.
but so you're saying this movie is really good. So let me ask you this question then. How many times have you fell asleep watching this film?
One time.
Okay, okay, okay.
It was the one time, and it was the second time that I watched it, so I didn't feel that bad.
You didn't feel that bad.
Yeah, because I already saw it.
Okay, okay, okay. I can respect that. I can respect that. So out of 10, again, what would you rate this film?
Mm. I'd give it like a 9.8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think this movie is actually really, really good. I think it's really good and like yeah, obviously it has a claim and whatever, but I don't think that many people or I don't know too many of my peers that have seen that movie.
Right, because I never heard of it until you told me about
Right. And it's phenomenal. Like it's so good.
it. Yes. I think I would give it, honestly, I had to give it a 9.9, 9.8 also. And the
Mm-hmm.
reason why, because I love films where I have to actually think about what's
Right.
happening.
Yeah,
So the whole time I'm on my toes, like what's going on? Who can I trust?
exactly.
Um, and I really enjoy films like that, and I feel like they ended it off to where it sets up a whole new story. Like if they
Mm-hmm.
wanted, they could have made a whole new film following
Like
the
they're
events of the
saying
first one.
we're seeing at the end, we're seeing this cycle happen all over again, or we're seeing the setup for the cycle all over
All over
again.
again. Yes. So that's why I was like,
So,
I really feel like this is a good film. It's just one of those films that went under the radar that's actually
hmm
S tier.
that's that's a good way to say it. It's totally like under the radar.
Yes. So I honestly I will advise a lot of people to watch this film
hmm
just based off what I know and seen of this film. But yes, I do and forever will have beef with the bartender. Yes. Um, but that's pretty much all the questions that I have today.
You
Again,
try to support a woman's rights and wrongs, bro, but sometimes you just can't.
you gotta leave them where they at.
Yeah.
Women be doing that to themselves. Don't kill me for it.
Chill. Chill.
But I appreciate your time. That's all that I have for today. And yeah, if you ever
Thank you,
see anybody tell them
broski.
about it, tell them about Memento. It's a really good film.
I'm gonna shout it from the rooftops.
All right.